Check it out now. Oh, hell nah. They snitching. Now, ladies and gentlemen, been telling y'all, man, street codes don't exist. All this shit like all for one for all. Nigga, this ain't the fucking movies. It's every man for themselves, okay? Now, let me tell you this. Okay, today in court, Tekashi 6ix9ine showed up for his arraignment with his co-defendants, and it was a scene up in that bitch. By the way, not a lot of people could get in there, so we're getting really the account of some of the court reporters who were there and news reporters who have a seat in the federal court. Now, 6ix9ine didn't sit with nobody else. He sat behind them. Apparently, he ain't really staring nobody in the eye. And you can imagine why, right? Because some of y'all might be like, yo, he's snitching. No, it doesn't mean that. It means them niggas try to kill him. Them niggas try to kill his mom or threatened his mom, or right, threatened him and his mom. And nigga, when we go to court, we're not going to be all looking in the eye making love like this is Titanic. Fuck out of here, okay? Now, it's going to come down to all for one and one for himself, basically, all right? And what I mean is somebody is going to have to bend. And the prosecutor today announced a shocking blow to everybody. There was an informant in this case. There was an informant who had a wire on. There was an informant that taped people talking shit, admitting to shit, confessing to shit, giving the breakdown of how shit went down, and they're going to use that recording in court. Now, this is separate from the wiretap. They got niggas' phones tapped, and they had niggas wearing a wire. So pretty much they got all type of communication, and not to mention, they're going to go check Instagrams. They're going to check 6ix9ine's Instagram and Snapchat and all his phone messages. They're going to figure out what the fuck was really going on and if they should charge anyone else with any more crimes. Now, the big subject of the debate. Who the fuck is the person who's snitching? Okay, the confidential informant. A lot of people used to call that person a snitch. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a quote-unquote snitch, because in my opinion, if you're not involved in the crime and you are reporting a crime to the cops, you're not a snitch. However, when you hear confidential informant, it kind of tells you that person already got caught, already agreed to some type of deal, and agreed to set everybody else up that they could probably get off lighter on whatever they got caught for. Now, let's do the math, because honestly, I've done the math because I kind of suspected and speculated that this was the case. I've done the math outside of this, and I won't do it on this video because there's a lot more parties at play that you guys might not know. However, just think about it. If you got to think, you got to really think through all the cases, and it doesn't mean that the confidential informant is already locked up. The confidential informant could have cut a deal that they escaped some petty charges, right? Oh, you're not an accessory, but you talking. Now you're going to set everybody up because you scared of jail. Now, when looking at that and looking at the people who had access to him in all these situations, a couple names come to mind. However, I'll leave it for y'all or the family or whoever of whatever group to kind of make their own assumptions. But this is pretty much a rib shot to this entire case. For everybody. For 6ix9ine, for his co-defendants, somebody, and it could be one of y'all, or it could be somebody not among y'all, and I'm pretty sure they know at this point. Because if they allegedly did all this shit, the person who you thought would have been locked up next to you, if they're not locked up, come on now. You know what's up, right? You know what's up. And also, even if, say, it's one of the people who got locked up, if you feel like one particular person is getting a different treatment when it comes to the law, and you getting treated like they trying to hit you, they trying to hit you over the head with a book, you might already know as well. So it's a very interesting thing, because this conversation of who's telling is going to be very big, and you get to realize once niggas get to court and the feds start talking, nobody give a fuck about all that camaraderie shit. Niggas are trying to get free, okay? Sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home. All right? Get in the comment box, you guys like and subscribe. I will keep you guys updated. Very adventurous day in court. Who knows what will come next? Your boy Akademiks. Oh.